Stranger Things isn't just a show anymore, it's a billion-dollar cultural force. But here's the twist, its next season could push Netflix into an entirely new league. According to industry estimates, the beloved Netflix phenomenon has already earned the company over $1 billion. And with the upcoming fifth and supposedly final season, that number could climb by another $200 million. Yet the bigger question hanging in Hollywood's air is bolder. Could Stranger Things evolve into a multi-billion-dollar franchise on par with cinematic juggernauts like Star Wars or Harry Potter? Season 5 premieres just in time for the Thanksgiving holiday, kicking off a global streaming event that Netflix hopes will reignite one of its most profitable titles. The rollout plan is ambitious. 4 episodes drop on Thanksgiving, followed by 3 more at Christmas, and a grand finale on New Year's Eve. It's a scheduling strategy aimed squarely at holiday binge watchers, nostalgic fans, and curious newcomers who may have let the earlier seasons slip by. The buzz is impossible to ignore. Stranger Things has taken over magazine covers, Time dedicated an entire issue to it. Brands are jumping in too, pushing themed products from Stranger Things fruit roll UPS to Halloween costumes and collectible figurines. Since its 2016 debut, what began as a quirky, 1980s horror homage has grown into a full-fledged global phenomenon. It now spans books, merchandise, and even a Broadway production. Parrot Analytics estimates the series has already delivered at least $1 billion in profit to Netflix since 2020 alone. And as experts like former Showtime executive Danny Kalodjera point out, Stranger Things has transcended television, it's now a modern media universe. Of course, that universe comes with massive financial risks. Reports suggest Netflix is spending as much as $60 million per episode for Season 5, more than $400 million total. That's a cost level typically reserved for blockbuster films, placing extraordinary pressure on the show to deliver results. So here's the billion-dollar question, will the gamble pay off? In the short term, the strategy looks promising. Loyal fans will likely return to binge watch, and plenty of new viewers may finally dive in to see what the hype is about. Brand strategist Sunny Bonnell believes it could boost Netflix's subscriber numbers and potentially generate an additional $200 million in direct revenue. But over the long term, the series' real potential lies beyond the final episode. Here's where things get controversial. Is Stranger Things past its prime? Some insiders warn that the magic could fade as the young cast ages out of their once charming roles. The original spark of youthful innocence that defined the early seasons is harder to recreate as the characters mature. But others argue the show's emotional depth and fan devotion are more than strong enough to sustain it. Still, even as the story nears its finale, Netflix isn't done with Hawkins, Indiana. The series creators, the Duffer Brothers, are already mapping the next stage. They've signed a major 4-year deal with Paramount to expand into films and other TV projects, while still keeping ties with Netflix. 2 new shows unrelated to Stranger Things, titled The Burrows and Something Very Bad Is Going to Happen, are in development. Meanwhile, a long-rumored Stranger Things spin-off could soon become reality. As Matt Duffer told Variety, "We just want to make sure that if we're going to do it, it's something we're really passionate about. If that spin-off takes off, and perhaps inspires others, it could pave the way for a full-fledged media franchise much like the Star Wars empire, which grew from a single film into an entire streaming galaxy with series like The Mandalorian and Andor." Experts think Netflix could follow that same playbook. Bonnell sums it up best: at this point, Stranger Things operates less like a series and more like a cultural brand, and that means its financial potential extends far beyond a final season. The question now isn't whether Stranger Things can end strong, it's whether Netflix can turn it into the next global entertainment empire. Could the Upside Down become Hollywood's next goldmine? Or is this the moment when Netflix risks flying too close to the sun? What do you think? Has Stranger Things become too big to fail, or is Netflix about to test the limits of nostalgia-driven storytelling? Share your thoughts, this debate is far from over.